So excited. Today, I have the pleasure of doing a Zoom call with Karine Charbonneau, who organizes amazing events through her company, Find Veg Love. First of all, I'm Virginia Lozon. I'm a life, love, and business coach, NLP coach as well. And Karen and I connected online. Both of us are vegan. We are part of vegan vegetarian community, and we both have for connecting people. And Karen, I'm so happy to be doing this call today because I know a lot of people are excited about the Montreal event that is happening in July. Before we get started and talk about the details of that event, why don't you share a bit of your background and what Fine Veg Love is? What are these Veg Speed Date events all about?
Yes, thank you so much. So basically, I started doing these events when I was living in the San Francisco Bay Area in 2011. I was doing a bunch of other vegan events on the side. I was doing a bunch of big vegan events. And then one day my friend told me, she's like, I can't find a vegan man. I said, what? We're in California. How can you not be able to find a vegan man? That's crazy. So I said, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna show you that they're out there. And I just came up with the idea of doing a speed dating event. I had never done one before. I was married at the time, so that's why I never even crossed my mind. And I just basically planned it, and it was an all ages event, and it was amazing. And I actually had a couple who met at that event, and they got married a few years later. So that was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So because I had so much fun and people loved it, I decided to just start doing it on the side for the fun of it, really. I did it about every 3 months or so, and it was fun. It was laid back. It was a great way for me to make new friends as well in the process. And then fast forward to a few years later, I moved back to Ottawa, which is where I'm from, and I had to come up with my next big idea of what I was going to do. And I just decided that I would try doing the events across North America. So it literally just started off as an idea like that, and it happened. I launched in February of 2017. I did 20 events in the course of 1 week. It was insane. And yeah, here we are, and the events are still happening all over the place, and I absolutely love doing them. They are so much fun. There's so much positive things that come out from the events that I hear from people all the time. Lots of connections, lots of friendships. I've actually had 2 couples get married. I've had numerous long-term relationships. And I hear from people every day reaching out saying, hey, I met someone at an event a year ago and we're still together. So I absolutely love getting those emails. And yes, those this is 100% true, all these success stories have been from people who attended 21 plus events. So that's why I continue doing the 21 plus events, because they work. So a lot of people, and I know you're gonna say this too, because you've heard from people, they're like, well,
Yes.
I don't want to speed date with someone that's twice my age. And it's just yeah, I get that. But the fact is that these events work. Okay. I keep doing them for a reason, right? I also do targeted age range events in some cities. I do 21 plus. Those are great as well, but everyone is different. Some people think that age is just a number and they don't want to put any restrictions. They don't want to be put into a box. So the 21 plus events works well for them. Again, it's not for everyone, but I really just tell people, what's the worst that could happen? You got to put yourself out there and be brave and have the courage and just go. It's really nothing bad is going to come from it. Okay. You're going to leave your house. You're going to have a good time. You're going to meet new people. It's going to be a brand new experience. And yeah, you may or you may not end up meeting someone that will completely change your life. But to me, that option, that possibility is totally worth any other, fears or concerns that you might have.
Absolutely. And I love what you said, these events working. And this is exciting because the next event in Montreal, July 13th at Bar Suzanne, is a 21 plus event. And those are the ones that you keep doing. They work, they give results, and it's just an amazing opportunity to meet other people who share your values, who are vegan, vegetarian, and to have a great time. And really, you're so right. What's the worst that can happen? And the best that can happen, I mean, we've heard the testimonials. It is so amazing. And I'm really glad to be co-hosting this event with you. Another question that I've been asked is, how do these events take place? If you walk me through the process of people arriving, what happens exactly at a Veg Speed Date event?
Yes, and that's a very important question because so many people, they have no idea how it works, and that's why it's a bit scary to them or a bit intimidating. And I want to start off by saying that the reason why I've been hosting the events for the last year in Montreal at Bar Suzanne is because it is an absolutely beautiful place. It has such an amazing feel. There's all these like plants from the ceiling, growing from the ceiling, and it's beautiful. And we do the events at 3 to 5, and we have the whole place to ourselves. That's amazing. It's so hard to find that opportunity anywhere else to have the entire place all to ourselves. Yes, it's not a vegan restaurant, but that's okay because people are not there to eat. With that being said, they do have vegan options on the menu, okay? So they are vegan friendly. They have a lot of cocktails and mocktails, and they love us. They love hosting the events. So if you're wondering why I'm not doing this at a vegan restaurant, that's why. It's very, very hard to find a vegan restaurant in Montreal that can give up 30 seats. It's asking a lot, right? Because those 30 seats, it could fill for people having dinner. So with that being said, we have found another venue that we will be trying out in the fall. So stay tuned for more information about that. But yeah, so basically how it works is you buy a ticket to the event, and then about 30 minutes later, you get an email with a bunch of resources. And the reason is because I really want to try to prepare everyone as much as possible before the event. Now, of course, I know that not everyone reads it, but if you do read it, if you are interested, all the information is there. So there's all kinds of tips and articles to get you ready. So you arrive at the event. And for the upcoming event, the both of us will be there. So that's really exciting because I usually just do the events by myself, but you'll have the pleasure of having both of us. So our job is going to make sure that you feel really comfortable, because I know you're a bit nervous when you're not quite sure what to expect. So you'll see us, you'll see how outgoing and friendly we are. And all the people that run my events in all the other cities, they're all the same, okay? So I make sure to really only work with people that will make it a good experience for you. So when you get to the event, we'll give you your name badge. We'll give you these conversation starter postcards. I'll show you right here. And we're going to, so there's different versions of these with different questions. And these are just like, if you want to use them during the event, you absolutely don't have to. It's just fun in case you get stuck. And they're fun questions. So so they'll be mingling. Yeah, they'll be mingling for the first 20 minutes or so. I always encourage people to get a drink to kind of loosen up a bit. If you don't drink, that's totally fine. Once everybody gets there, we go over the instructions of how the event is going to work, and we go over a few house rules, and then everybody sits down, and you have 5 minutes to talk to the person that's in front of you. And yes, 5 minutes goes by fast. However, the goal is not to figure out if you want to marry the person. It's just to figure out, is there an initial spark, a connection that you want to explore further? I always tell people, don't overthink it. Really, that's all you're trying to decide. And then you move on to the next person. So you do that, and then halfway through, there's a break. That break is super important so that people can get up, walk around, use the restroom, get another drink. and then we resume. And then at the end, we do some fun raffle prizes, just for the fun of it, because people always like those. And then people are invited. Yeah, people are invited to stick around at the end of the event and to mingle some more. And it often happens that people stay as a group, and they either stick around and have some food, or they go elsewhere at a restaurant and have dinner together. And it is just so amazing to see. I love hosting the events. I don't get to do them very often, but when I do, I just love being able to see the magic in person. And so not only are the events a great place to potentially meet someone, that you'll connect with on a romantic level, but you end up making new friends in the process. Because let's face it, like for some of us, we don't have a lot of vegetarian or vegan friends. And with these events, you're in a room full of them. So yes, you are naturally just going to be forming new friendships throughout the process, even though that's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is for dating, but that's just part of it, right? So, and with the match forms, you can pick people for friendship or dating, and you can choose people of both genders. So yeah, that's about it in a nutshell.
That is incredible. And I love what you say about the matchmaking cards at the end. So you're there, you enjoy the experience, you connect, you mingle, and it's not like going through the same type of stress factors and where you have to worry about hurting someone's feelings or being rejected. You're just there, you're meeting people, and after in a confidential way, you get to really express, did you have a connection or a spark with someone, or did you have this friendly connection with another person? And it just takes so much pressure off our shoulders, allows us to connect. I think it's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's kind of the way that I've designed the events and the system, is that you're not put on the spot. No one exchanges contact information. And I say that at the beginning at the event, do not ask for anyone's contact information, because the point is that we don't want to put anyone on the spot. We don't want to have any pressure. There's no rejection, nothing like that. You don't find out who you're matched with until midnight. So you have until midnight to submit your form, and then you log into the website and you find out who you were matched with.
That is really great. And it's a really awesome way for people to just get out there, explore, try something new. If you haven't tried a speed dating event, this is your chance to do so. And for all my vegan vegetarian friends who are watching or I've spoken to before, I mean, it's so great to be able to connect with people who share your values. How many stories have I heard of people that I know either on websites or in person, blind dates, applications, and being told, oh, you're vegan, I don't think it's gonna work out, but good luck. So this is really heaven, Karen. I'm so happy that you created something for all of us to enjoy and feel safe and feel respected, included. That's so important.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people don't quite realize how much time and effort I put into these events. It is extremely hard to find a group of 20 to 30 veg singles, and put them all together. It's way more work, but I love it, and that's why I do it. And I've personally done the online dating and it's hard, it's draining, it's overwhelming. You can barely meet other vegetarians or vegans on there. And it just feels like, you're just swiping and looking at pictures. And I feel like it's hard. So this really gives you the opportunity to meet people face to face. And what I love, and this is, kind of a funny story that I always relate back, it's when I was dating, is, you go on all these dates and you're kind of like stuck with the person for like an hour. It's kind of rude to leave after 5 minutes, but hey, with speed dating, you leave after 5 minutes. Like, that's it. So if you don't like them, it's 5 minutes. Yeah. It's 5 minutes and that's it. Like, you're not stuck having to make small talk with a person just so you don't seem rude. and they don't have your contact information, right? So again, it's like you never have to see that person again if you don't want to. So
that is just practical. Everything is done for you. I'm telling you guys, you just show up with a smile, with a great attitude, and the singles are there for you. And they happen to be vegan and vegetarian in a beautiful setting. There are questions on paper. Everything is organized for you. And all you need to do is get your ticket and show up. And the time, the energy, the frustration, all of that is saved. It's don't need to go through that. There are different beautiful ways to meet people, and this is one of them. And so the event, July 13 in Montreal, remind me the time when
it's
we
at
get there.
3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock. Perfect. So
yes.
I can't wait to see everyone. Karine and I will be co-hosting it. And oh wow, this is exciting. Oh, and speaking of which, when you get your ticket before June 29th, it's midnight.
Yes.
So the price is the price is better until then. So the earlier you get your ticket, the better it is for your wallet, and it's priceless to find someone and to connect with people who are vegan vegetarian in the same room. I mean, I'm lucky if I see one every 3 months in the street, and I don't even know if they're single. So this is amazing. This is such a great opportunity. So get your ticket. The event is online on the Find Veg Love website. It's also on Facebook. There's an event page for the event on Facebook, and you can also to me or Karen for the ticket link. We're so excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And the next event won't be probably until September or October. So here's your chance if you want to meet someone this summer. And if you're watching this and you're still not convinced that speed dating is for you, that's totally fine. I do have a new service that I recently launched, and it's my veg matchmaking services. So I'm working with, I'm offering the service in major cities in the US and Canada. I just launched it about a month ago. I already have clients. I've already started working with people. I'm having a blast. So there's two options. You can either be a client or you can submit an application to be recommended to my clients. So if you want to have more information about that, you can just ask me, or you can go to the website, findveglove.com/matchmaking, and all the information is there. So thank you so much. And again, I really, really hope that you'll come out, you'll put yourself out there, you'll walk in there with no expectations other than to just have fun and have a good time. And yeah, I hope that we see you there.